after you've chosen your design and you've clicked make it, you're going to go through all the cut screen props. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut your design. Okay, so now I've cut all my pieces of iron-on, all 3 of them. Now I'm going to weed them. Okay, so I've got my iron-on here. I normally just start at the tip or at a corner and I pull it away. Now if you pull it at an angle, so you can see I'm like at a 90-degree angle, then it comes off a lot easier. And seriously, like I always feel like I'm gonna rip it, but really I've not seen, unless it gets snagged or caught, I've never seen it actually rip. So I'm just gonna pull all of this out on all 3 pieces. Okay, I've weeded all 3 layers. I've got my protective sheet here. I've got a t-shirt and I've got an auto press. Now you can use any of Cricut's heat presses or the auto press. They have lots of different sizes, lots of options. You can use a standard iron, or if you've used a standard iron, you may see over time your iron-on start peeling off. The next thing you want to do, right now I have it set for cotton and your everyday iron-on. If you're using anything else, you're going to want to refer to Cricut's heat guide to see the settings that you're going to want and more specific instruction. So I've turned it on. It's all set. You're always going to want to preheat your shirt. So I'm going to pull this down, and I normally do it for about 10 seconds. I can't remember what the heat guide says. I think it's 10 seconds. So there's 10 seconds right there. So it's all heated. Okay, so I am going to take my first layer. One tip is if you look at your design and you look at the 2 ends, so this end and this end, and you fold it so that those 2 ends meet and you barely just kind of crease it in the center, that will give you a center point. Okay, so now I can look at my shirt and I say, okay, here's the center, and I can center it straight with the collar. And that is probably the best way, I think, to get it kind of right where you want it. So then I'm going to go ahead and stick my protective sheet right there. I'm going to pull it down. So that layer is done. So I'm going to take this off. And I like to just kind of go like this, because you have to wait for it to cool off. Be cool before you peel it. If you peel it too soon, then you'll find the iron-on is not sticking, and so just press it back down. You can even use the mini heat press, the really little one, to kind of get those corners. Sometimes I like to do that. We'll see how this one works though. It's coming up just a little bit, but if I work with it, we have all these other layers, and so it's gonna help heat set it even more, especially when we do the back. So the heat guide doesn't say anything about doing the back. I find that it helps adhere the fibers even more so to the iron-on, so it sticks better. So I'll show you that step at the very end. I like to do that. Okay, so there is my first layer. Now I'm going to take my second layer. It doesn't really matter because all these fit inside of each other, so I could do the blue, I could do the red, it doesn't really matter. Right where you need it. Put it back up here. Take my protective sheet. Okay, so we got our second layer done. And be careful, this is really hot if you use that. Let's get ready for our third layer. Cool this off. Do a little dance. Do a little dance. Born in the USA. Sorry, apparently I thought I needed to entertain you in other ways. I've had so much fun making 4th of July shirts, y'all. It's like the best. And the cool thing about them is I feel like Halloween shirts and Christmas you can just wear then. But 4th of July, like, you can be patriotic anytime, right? Okay, that's cool. So now we are going to peel off the liner. And it's staying very nicely. Let's go ahead and put our very last layer on. This one I think I might actually trim because you iron on, and we'll do this so that at least that will have reference to something. And put that right there. Then we're gonna take this one. Oh, so much better, y'all. And if I would have thought about it, I would have just separated all these so I could have saved iron-on in the process of cutting. Oh, dang it, I should have cut that together. I didn't. I can just line it up like this though. Nope, I'm not gonna do that either. I'm just gonna do my eyeball. Eyeball's good too. Because I have exposed iron-on, I'm gonna use my protective sheet again. Stick that there, and here we go, the very last layer. Hot. All right, guys. Okay, so it's still hot, so I'm actually going to, now that I've done the last layer, I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna do the back side and heat it up. Because like I said, I just feel like it makes it adhere even better. And I normally do 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, that's 15. Take it out. And guys, this looks so good. I'm so excited. Okay, so now we're gonna pull this last layer off. Guys, what do you think? I love it. And there you go. Now you've got your custom shirt.